So when did you start fencing? How did you get involved with it?
Well, it's been a long time ago, 50s. And my neighbor was a fencing coach at that time. And he asked my mom, why wouldn't your son take on fencing? And mom asked me, and I said, let's go. And that's the first day was October, and it lasted like 7 months. After 7 months, one outstanding fencers came in our club, and coach introduced them as a lefty, and I said, big deal, I'm lefty too. So 7 months I fenced with the right arm, and coach said, why did you tell me? Because I said, because you didn't ask me.
Yeah.
So 7 months, but it was the worst time. So since then I fenced lefties.
Yeah. How has the fencing community or how has fencing in general changed over the years that you've been fencing? Because you've been fencing for a very long time now.
Yeah, very, very long time.
Yeah.
And I worked hard and progressed. I tried to escape a couple of times. But my coach followed me and turned back, telling me that fencing is your sport, not track and field, not any other, like whatever, fencing is sport. Well, I didn't trust him much, but over the course of years I realized, yeah, that's what it is. And since then, I'm fencing for a long, long time, with pleasure.
Yeah. But in like the fencing world, have you noticed differences in attitude towards fencing, or how people fence?
Well, fencing is a part of sport that underwent commercialization, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Many other sports, and it affected it negatively. But that's what it is. You have to adjust.
Yeah.
So first they put electric equipment, then the change timing. So over those years fencing, foil fencing, lost a bit its
finesse,
popularity.
Yeah.
But still Olympic sport.
Yeah.
But not a good show anymore to me and other veterans.
Yeah, I've heard from you.
And so last generation didn't know anything else. So they think that's what it is. It's been different.
Yeah. What about what differences in fencing have you noticed between the U.S. and Ukraine? You're from Ukraine, right?
Yes, I am. Not much different. Basic skills are the same, but. I have to disappoint you. There are kids in Ukraine, they work much harder. Because fencing with them is a way to improve their living conditions.
Yeah.
But the United States, that's not
an issue so much.
Case. They work hard. Even though they have probably the equipment and the money, but they work really hard. And country is in poor economical conditions, but their fencing stuff is better than the United States.
Yeah.
But it's a side issue.
Yeah. So when did you get involved in the fencing community here at Piedmont or in the Bay Area?
Needless to say that I'm unique because besides being a fencer, I graduated medical school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's really unique. And I worked about 20 years as a heart surgeon.
Oh yeah.
I'm in the United States. I work as a medical research in UCSF, and I coach at the nights at the private club. I got a student 20 years ago under the name Bill Craycraft.
Oh yeah.
Who is the founder of Piedmont Fencing Crew.
Yeah.
So after a couple of years, he invited me as his assistant, and I agreed. We worked together. 2 years ago, Bill got a full-time job.
Yeah.
So he now is out of sight. So I took over, And since then, I'm only coach here. I'm trying to do my best, and I hope my students appreciate it.
Yeah. When did you start the Peanut fencing crew, and then when did you join? Like, how many years ago?
Was that?
How many years ago did he make the Peanut fencing crew? And then
I believe this has been 10 years since
10 years.
10 years, maybe 11th years, something like that.
Have there been any highlights or interesting things you remember in the fencing history in the past 10 years here?
No, it was steady job, and kids come and go.
Yeah.
Some don't want to work hard. Some realize the fencing is not for them. Probably baseball is better because they make money. You can make money out of fencing, but it's much money. And some kids stay for years, like my interviewer Noah, who is here like 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And during my watch, we got some competition results. Russell, Rivera, and then Margaret has started, Jean-Luc, Charlotte,
Dandy?
little kids, yeah. Mike Lee, and so I expect them to be defensive. They seem committed. That's all you need defensive. To work hard.
Yeah.
Your broad shoulders, if you're tall, it doesn't matter. What matters is skill set. Hard to obtain, but then it's unbeatable for the rest of your career. It might take 50 years, like in my case.
Yeah. Final question. How do you feel about the fencing community right now? Like,
I feel fencing has been popular and still popular, and hope it will be popular.
Yeah.
Even if I retire.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.